What is up, you guys? You're watching Sergio's Secret. Before I get started with today's video, I would really appreciate it if you guys can give this video a thumbs up, and also I would appreciate it if you guys would comment any type of videos that you want to see requested. I have so many here on my Google Docs, days upon days, but I also want to make sure that I have content that you guys want to see as well. I want to show you my outfit. This set is from Maj. It's the shorts with the top. I bought the top, and then for my birthday, two of my friends pitched in and they bought me the shorts, which I love. They're a little big. I feel like can definitely take them in a little bit. Let me know if you guys still want to see a birthday haul, because I did get really nice gifts this year and I'm very thankful. But without further ado, by the title, let's go ahead and get started. These are 10 things that I would never do in a designer store as a designer sales associate. So I have worked in boutiques and I have worked in department stores, and so these are just things that I necessarily wouldn't do if you want to, have the best customer service experience. Obviously, every store, every department store, every region is going to be a little different. So I'm here speaking more for the southern region in Yeehaw, Texas. So yeah, so just take this with a grain of salt, because I know some people are very opinionated in the comment section, but these are things that I personally wouldn't do in a designer store. First thing that I would never do in a designer store is be rude. Like, be rude or ignore the hello, how are you, what are you looking for. For me, every single client that comes on the floor, and this, like I said, I'm talking about boutique and department stores, I always greet every customer or compliment their handbag, because I love handbags. So if a customer comes in with a Brandon Blackwood handbag or an Hermes Birkin or a Coach Tabby bag, I'm always gonna say, oh, I love your color, I love this colorway, I haven't seen this one, or how are you liking your bag? And you kind of have interactions with the customer. But for me, my biggest pet peeve is when I greet a customer on the floor and they literally acknowledge me, they see my eyes, and they just completely ignore me. I think that is so rude and that's so disrespectful. And sometimes, like in certain stores, they take turns. So like, for example, in Laura Priana and Fendi, a lot of the LVMH brands, they take turns. So this customer comes in, that's yours, and you have to follow them to the store. This customer is yours. So a lot of the times you're already kind of assigned a sales associate without even necessarily realizing it. And so just being nice, just being a little courteous, definitely goes a long way. Just don't be rude and just say hi, even if you're having a bad day. It doesn't cost you to say hi back. You know what I mean? I feel so stupid sometimes. Yo saludo, I'll be like, hi guys, what are you guys looking for? And they literally look me dead in the eye and they don't say anything. So that is number one. Number two is going to be, I will never waste a sales associate's time during high peak volume season. So let's say like Nordstrom anniversary sale, maybe holiday inside Gucci or Saint Laurent, or during the weekends. For me, I'm very courteous when I go to the store. I'm gonna greet and I'm gonna help every customer, and I've had subscribers and I have people that are just wanting to look at the brand. But for me, I always kind of let them do their own thing. I'm never gonna be like super pushy, because I don't like people really like vibing with me. Usually when I shop, because I'd be recording in the stores and stuff, I kind of like my own space, and if I need help, I ask them for help. I don't really need people to be interacting with me. But I would never make a sales associate pull out 10 pairs of shoes, try on a lot of ready to wear, try on 50 million bags, and waste like 30-45 an hour on a busy Saturday, and waste their time. Honestly, like, I think that is so disrespectful. I think that is so mean. Waste people's times. Now on the weekdays, I think that's a lot different, especially in designer stores right now. I think on the weekdays, if you go on a Monday, if you go like on a Tuesday or like a random Thursday, I think that's fine to take 30 minutes to really look in the store, to really try on. And it's okay to try on like 1 or 2 pairs of shoes, but don't make the sales associate bring out 10 pairs of shoes. Like, I've done that so many times, and honestly that's so annoying. Like, or just, I've had even hooked up like other bloggers and YouTubers here in Houston and here in Dallas, and I think that is just so disrespectful that I have to take out 10 pairs of shoes. You take pictures of everything, you put an affiliate link on it, and then you don't buy anything. You walk out with nothing because you buy the shoe through yourself through your own affiliate link. I just think that's just so disrespectful. So there's nothing wrong with trying on clothes, with trying on bags, with trying on shoes. I would just be a little courteous and don't waste the SA's time. Number 3 is I wouldn't wear or I wouldn't do in a designer store is wear the item like a replica item. Like I wouldn't go to a Louis Vuitton store with a fake Speedy. I wouldn't go to the Gucci store with a fake Gucci A sneaker. No, I would just save yourself the embarrassment. You know, if you don't know if it's real or fake, that's different. I know a lot of stores have different policies, like where they can't authenticate things. For me, I've always been really nice. I've always told, you know, especially like maybe like not a manager, like the nicer people are around as far as coworkers. If somebody comes up and asks me like, hey, do you think this is real, this is fake, and I already know the answer, and technically we're not supposed to answer it, I'm gonna be a good sport about it. I'm like, oh yeah, like to be honest, this is not real, you know, and I'm telling you this as a friend or as a stranger. I'm not telling you this as a sales associate, but this item is not real or fake. I would do that all the time for people at Nordstrom. I wouldn't mind it. I've done that in the boutiques as well. I really wouldn't mind it, but I would always just make it a very a clear point that I would say, as a friend or as a stranger, I'm telling you the honest, but I'm not telling you this like as I'm on the clock. But I don't know, I would just save yourself the embarrassment, and replicas is a whole other video for a whole other day, for a whole other topic that I want to get into. But I would just save yourself the embarrassment, and I wouldn't do it if you knew it was replica. Now if you don't really know, like I said, a lot of stores aren't really going to authenticate it unless you meet somebody like a Sergio. They'll be nice about it, but I wouldn't do it. Number 4 that I would never do in a designer store is the first thing you walk in, especially in full price, where's promotions, where's sale, where's everything. I don't know, it just kind of like rubs the sales associate wrong, especially like me, like, oh, where's the sale? You want me to pull out all these things? Because there's been times where I pull out everything from the back and they don't buy anything, and I just look like I wasted like 30 minutes of my life. I wouldn't necessarily ask, I wouldn't really ask if they have sales or promotions. I would look on their website. So I would look on whatever designer brand, or, you know, because certain designer stores do have sales on their website. So I would check on their website and then inquire, hey, I saw this item, it's on sale, do you guys happen to have it in store? Like Celine does do seasonal sales as well. Then I think it kind of like, you kind of pull out like, oh, you do have sale, oh, do you guys have any more? You kind of ask the right questions. You just don't straight up ask, where's your sales section? You're like, oh, I saw this online, do you guys have this? Oh, do you guys have any more sale by any chance? And you're kind of like nice and sweet and courteous, and people are going to be nice. People are going to go the extra mile. People are going to bring things from the back. People are going to bring things from shoes, or they're going to show you pictures or things from other stores or other. I would just be really nice about it, but I just wouldn't straight up ask, especially if it's not on the designer's website. 9 times out of 10, there's nothing on sale, or if there is, it's a private sale for very important clients. But number 5, which I would never do in a designer store, is I would never, and we're gonna use Prada as an example. I would never, like, let's say I bought maybe 5 items from Prada in a calendar year. I would never just go in and, like, let's say maybe like the first item that I buy is like a pair of shoes, and then the next time I go and buy a handbag, and they're 2 different sales associates. I would honestly stick with the same sales associate if you know in that calendar year you're going to spend or buy certain units of items, like let's say 4 or 5 items. I would maintain that relationship with the sales associate. First of all, within a sales associate, it's kind of like, you know, this happens a lot where maybe I help out somebody and, you know, they did a really great purchase, I gave them my contact information, and then they come back, and then, you know, I clock into work, or I come back from lunch and I see like one of my other coworkers is helping them. Oh, and it's kind of like awkward. Oh, hey, between like me as an SA and then between the customer, I'd be like, oh, you could have just texted, you know what I mean? So I would really maintain a relationship with your SA, especially if you love the brand, just because they're always going to go the extra mile. They're going to get brand new things from the back. They're going to show you the exclusives, and if they have sales, if they have events, they're really gonna, or like, you know, if they get gifts with purchase, you know, they're really gonna go the extra mile for them. So if you go hard for your SA, they're gonna go even harder for you. So number 6 is something that I have learned the hard way. Is going to be, always check the item, if it has scratches, if it's defective. And believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, and this is even when I worked in department stores, a lot of times even things that are brand new from the factory are not perfect. They may have slight imperfections, they may have scratches, they may have dents, maybe the item wasn't packaged like a Tory Burch Fleming. We would damage those out every single day when I worked at Nordstrom, very frequently, because they were just very delicate. And so I would always a million times check the item, even if they give you like a brand new one from the back. Oh, can I see if it's all wrapped up? Can I see it, please? Especially like stores that only offer really exchanges, that don't offer full refunds. I would honestly always expect every single item, pair of glasses, put it up, make sure it has no scratches. I know it may be a little annoying, I know it may be a little inconvenience to go the extra mile, but honestly a lot of these brands don't have the best quality. There's a lot more defectives nowadays than there were 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. So honestly, every single purchase that you make, especially in the boutique, especially the return policy, I would make sure the item is in pristine condition. Number 7 is I would never not ask enough questions, especially let's say if I'm like a designated sales associate for Tory Burch inside Nordstrom, or a designated sales associate for Monica Vinader inside Nordstrom, or I work, you know, let's say at Fendi. Ask all the questions. You know, that's what they're there for, that's what they get paid for, that's their check, that's their bread and butter. I would always ask a lot of questions. Why is it named the Peekaboo bag? Why is it named the baguette bag? Why is the Tory Burch ballet flats called this way? Why are they called the Miller sandals? What type of leather is it? Which leathers? What's the difference between leathers? Ask all the questions. Honestly, don't be afraid. Don't like. And I feel like even a lot of sales associates, they really appreciate it. And all the sales associates that are watching this video, shout out to y'all. And if you guys want to add anything else or agree or disagree, I would love to hear the dialogue down in the comment section. But ask all the questions. Why is it called the Gucci Jackie bag? Why is it called this? Why is it called that? What is it made out of? What makes this so perfect? What makes this a wow factor? Like, ask these questions. We get really excited when people ask questions, so never feel embarrassed to ask questions. Ask all the questions you want in the boutiques or in the department stores, particularly more in the boutiques. They're going to specialize a little bit more, or in the department stores when they specialize in a certain section. But ask all the questions. If anything, it makes our day, because you guys appreciate the items just as much as we love selling them. You know what I mean? Number 8, I would never buy something that I'm not 100% sure of. If you're not 100% sure, just don't buy it. Like, just don't buy it. Not have that return hit us. Oh my god, a $3,000 return, $5,000 Chanel return. Oh, those will eat us up. But I just wouldn't buy something if you're not sure. Don't ever feel pressure to buy something just from an essay. At the end of the day, money is so hard to come by nowadays. The economy's not doing well. You know, don't buy something if you're not 100% sure. Now, you know, you may buy things and you may take it home and it really may not work out, which is absolutely totally fine. Like, totally fine. But if you're really like, I think I'm getting pressured to buy this, walk away. Don't buy it. It's your hard-earned money. You worked for it. So don't buy anything that you are not 100% sure of. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk around through other boutiques. It's okay to have lunch and then come back. Go and come back another day. It's okay. Do not worry about it. We will be fine. Number 9, which I would never do in a designer store, is I would never buy something and then go and return it in another store. I think you should always return it in the original boutique if it's in the same city. Now, if you're visiting from New York and you return it in your hometown in Miami, that's different. That's totally fine. But I would never like buy a Gucci Jackie bag from the Houston Galleria, and because I'm too embarrassed to return it, I'm gonna drive all the way to the Woodlands, which is about a 45-minute drive, to return it there. I wouldn't do that. We can all track our returns. We can see where things come from, where things go out of. People communicate. The fashion industry is very small. Everybody knows each other, especially in the sales associates and like managers stuff. We all kind of talk, and it's just not a good look. You know, if it just didn't work out, just have the balls and return it. Just go and return it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I would never go out of my way to buy something and drive so far to another location to return it. I would not do that. Save yourself an embarrassment. Just return it. There's nothing wrong with returning items. At the end of the day, it's your guys' money. And the 10th thing, let me know if you guys want to have part 2, because I can literally make a part 2. Number 10 is I will never act arrogant in a store. I really wouldn't, or act like I'm the shit, or act like like this, that. That's gonna make the sales associate turned off. It's gonna make them not want to help you. and in a sense it's gonna hurt your ego. You're gonna be like, damn, they think that I can spend money here, blah 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 blah. And it's kind of reverse psychology. I've had so many friends in designer stores and in stores that I worked at where they tell us, if somebody acts arrogant, let them, because their ego's gonna get hurt and they're gonna end up spending more money to prove a point, and at the end of the day that's gonna be commission for yourself. So I would never act arrogant, I would never act better than that. We're all human, we're all the same. And like I said, it's that reverse kind of psychology thing where you're gonna feel like you have to prove a point, and at the end of the day we're gonna walk away with the commission. So there's not really a point to be mean and to act stuck up. Like I said, today we're all humans, we put all the genes the same way, we all have 24 hours in a day. So just be nice. I mean, it doesn't cost you to be nice. And yeah, those are going to be 10 things that I would never do in a designer store or department store coming from a designer employee. So let me know if you guys want to see a part 2, because I can definitely make another one. And all my essays, type it down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And what other pointers would you add into this video? I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys, los quiero mucho, and I'll leave the link for this set down below because it's currently on sale.